Good afternoon, everyone. Aron here from the Worley Bugger Fly Company, bringing you your weekly Yakima River fly fishing report from the upper Yakima. River conditions, fantastic. Water's clear, free of most particulates. Little toasty, a little break from the heat this week, in the 80s, which has been really nice instead of those 100+ days. Fishing fairly consistent, morning and evening. Midday not so great right now, so definitely a little benefit getting on the water a little earlier and getting off a little earlier. Definitely favorable. Midday kind of hit and miss. I mean, if you are going to fish midday, dry fly along those shady cut banks, dry dropper, or nymph the deeper, faster water. That's kind of the only game at that time of the day. Fish not overly willing to eat, just out in the open on them bright sunny days with the warmer temperatures. So getting an early start certainly beneficial. Bugs, still on terrestrials, hoppers, ants, beetles. Coming into summer stone and crane fly, obviously, and a little beyond that, the blue wing and October caddis, short wing stones. If you have any questions or would like to do a fishing trip with the Pro Shop, feel free to give us a shout. We'd love to host you. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week.
Good morning, everybody. Steve from the Worley Bugger. Just heard from Aron Larsen. I am at the upper bridge in the Farmlands area. It's the 26th of July 2024, and the river, as you can see, is plumb full of water. Summer flows keep raging on. River is full bank to bank. About 65 degrees here right now, so we've definitely tapered off from our triple-digit heat that we were having. So that's a good thing. Cold nights bringing the water temperature back down, and bringing that DOC level up, especially with this high volume and speed that it's moving at. River continues to fish well. Probably the biggest question that I've had all week, people coming into the shop when I've been there, is what's hatching on the river. So with the cooler temperatures, you might start seeing some yellow sallies, maybe a few straggling PMDs, some caddis, but you know, over the next 5-6 weeks, it's really going to be a time when there's not going to be a whole lot of bugs happening, just because we're just kind of in that summer phase where we're kind of in transition between summer and fall, and there's just not a whole lot of aquatic bugs that really happen on the Yakima this time of year. I mean, you'll see a few here and there, but you're not typically going to experience great big giant hatches, you know, like we will in September and October. So what happens is you get all these big thick bank grasses, you know, so the fish will slide in around the edges and they'll feed on, you know, terrestrials like grasshoppers, ants, beetles, any kind of funky bugs that are, you know, living in the grass this time of year. So it's kind of a fun time of the year. You can fish a lot of different patterns, kind of like we've been talking about the last week, 2 weeks. But the river's raging. It's moving at full speed. So, you know, the main thing really is, you know, you get your shots at fish, you get your shots at the spots, and you got to make sure that you get good drifts over them. You know, this time of year, there's lots of water in the river, so the big fish especially are going to use that to their advantage against you. As soon as you hook a big fish, it's gonna run to the fast current and try and dislodge that fly. So being a barbless fishery, the one thing, either you're gonna break it off because you're gonna be pulling too hard, or you're gonna pull the hook out, or it's gonna spit it out if you got slack. So there's a couple of different equations for fishing this time of year. Can be very challenging. It's very quick, very fast speeds. There are places where we can stop and anchor, you know, and fish over pods of fish that are in specific areas. But it's a fast-paced day, you know, as you kind of move along with the river and the river speeds. So, but fishing good. Everything's in check right now. August isn't too far away. The reservoirs continue to drain out. Hopefully they know what they're doing. That's about all we can say. We'll just see what happens in August. Typically around the 3rd week we start seeing the flip-flop happen. That could happen earlier this year in the month of August. It's just kind of wait and see what happens. And I'm sure, you know, with August on its way, we're probably going to see another heat wave, maybe 2. So just keep everything in check. Remember, you know, wherever you are fishing, the tributaries of the river are getting awfully low now. I've been spending a little bit of time hiking around some of them, and yeah, there's not a whole lot of water in a few of them. So really gotta, you know, if you're gonna fish, you know, fish at the appropriate times of day. Make sure that your fish are revived really well. Same thing in the river, you know, always good. Use a net. Make sure the fish is faced upstream, and they'll tell you when they're ready to go once they've rebuilt their energy level and push out of your net. So till then, everybody have a great weekend. Summer's in full swing, so hope everybody's having a good one, and give the fly shop a call if you have any questions.
Another heads up, if you were thinking about fishing tributaries, certainly getting too warm for that. And then on top of that, the Natchies, just go ahead and take that one and the Tieton right off your list, because there's a huge forest fire, the Black Canyon fire, currently burning through there. So Highway 12 is closed, so no access to the Natchies. Would not recommend wasting your time to go over there. You will not be able to fish it. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a fantastic week. Hope to see you out here. Tight lines.